Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit. TV signing in. About to hit the shower. Need it. It's late at night. If I told you what time it is, people will be in the comments saying, bruh, what you up at that time for doing that? Shouldn't you get a job? Shouldn't you abide by societal norms, my friend? The hustle don't stop, people. AFI. We just listened to this record. I don't know where in the discography this stands. I assume it's the debut, but if it's not the debut, it'll be the second album, because maybe there's a very youthful precursor to this. I assume this is remastered if this is the debut, because it is a very clear, great sounding record. Very good. For a 1997 record, there's money invested in it. That's for definite. Answer That and Stay Fashionable is the title of the record. 15 tracks. Recommended on the Patreon by my very good friend Gary. He's gone from extreme to extreme. He's gone from the Grateful Dead live, which, bruh, I did like a 4-hour reaction to that. Them dudes could jam. I'll tell you that for nothing. And now he's recommended AFI, which is jam-packed full of short and sweet, free-chord, shindig punk rock numbers. More than happy to listen to both sides of the spectrum. Hot and cold, yin and yang. The sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine. Duality coming together as one. Jeez Louise, and I am the central point. I enjoyed it. It was my cup of tea. I enjoy punk rock. I don't do so much punk rock on this channel because I like to give you a little bit more food for thought. You know, sometimes you can put a punk rock record on and it'll be like 1-minute songs. At least my style, I like hardcore, so, you know, generally speaking, it's like, shit, how do I break this up? But these were half-decent scale songs, nice middle ground, averaging at around, I'd say about 2 minutes 10, 2 minutes 20 per song. We got two halves of the record. The first half, sub 2 minutes. Second half of the record, generally, were above 2 minutes. That's the way it was laid out for me. D-beat. Fast, consistently. We don't really slow down on this record. Energetic, youthful vocal line. It's as if the frontman is a lot younger than how he is depicted on the front cover when you hear the vocal. Great bass lines. You know, the bass line is great because it doesn't strictly follow the guitar line. If it followed the guitar line to a T, you know, you'd have 3 root notes, rinse and repeat. It'd still sound good, but the fact that the bass line noodles about a bit is really good, because in these punk bands, considering the tempo, it's tough for a bassist to have the space to maneuver and express a little bit of, you know, movement in the bass line. But this bassist is able to do so. Someone relating it to the great Operation Ivy. Conceptually, not too bad. Sometimes these early punk records, they're just like, bruh, just so, like, how many songs about no rules and I'm not going to listen to my mum are you going to listen to as a grown man? Do you know what I mean? It's just impossible. But this song conceptually was pretty good. Pretty good, like lyrically speaking. Quite good, you know? You can see why they got picked up. Because they had an edge over the competition. And like I said, I assume this was a remaster because the production's really good, especially on the drum kit. You can hear each and every instrument, including the voice, really pop in their own frequency. Everything's got their own space. And it sounds full, albeit a 4-piece. Yeah, really good. Great energy, great sound. I would call it hardcore. Some would call it punk rock. But I think it veers into the hardcore space just due to the consistent up-tempo speed and, you know, drive to the music. UK 82 style, maybe not as abrasive and overt as some of the UK 82 bands, but instrumentally speaking, yeah. Now, with that being said, I would rate this record. Sorry, people. That's what happens when you stay up so late. Your eyes start attacking you. I would rate this record a. I don't know. It's a mad one, really. I'm in between two worlds here, between a 6.5 and a 7. 6.5 and a 7. So I'm gonna meet you in the middle, and I'll say 6.75. Get back. 6.75, 6 3/4, I would say. 6 3/4. I would bump it to a 7 if I was a bit younger, maybe. Because I'm at a point in my life where I've experienced punk. I've experienced hardcore. And now it's less so the music and more the production I look for on these records. Like, I've completely subverted listening to bands in that particular field to the point where now, yeah, the music has to be good, but the production has to give me something different. The production's nice and clear, don't get me wrong, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And I don't want to give it as low as 6.5 because I acknowledge this is good quality music. That's as much as I have to say. On that note, I'm signing out, people. One love. Peace.